A very good morning to all of you, and welcome to the project kickoff meeting Manchester United Home Kit 21-22 season design and review. Let's get right into the agenda for the day. We will start off with a brief overview of the club's history, followed by the project reviews, project overview, and the objectives. We will also see the possible challenges that could arise based on the project. A brief description of the project stakeholders involved, followed by the upcoming kits, actual concept and research analysis. We will also be showing our kit design, our final kit design, which is again will be put out for approval sooner or later in the upcoming months. We also have a timeline and execution strategy that we will be discussing shortly, followed by the targets and a few possible questions for open round. Manchester United FC. It is a professional football club, as you all know, based in Manchester, England. It was founded in 1878 as Newton Heath and was renamed to Manchester United officially in 1902. It is one of the most successful English clubs, bagging 13 Premier League titles, 12 FA Cups, 5 League Cups, and a record 21 FA Community Shields. It has most famously won 3 UEFA Champions League titles, 1 Europa League, and multiple European titles. It is one of the most successful clubs in English Premier League, and their nickname Red Devils, most famously known for their great scoring record in the final minutes of the game. Most famously, again, the 1919 UEFA Champions League final. Old Trafford is considered to be their great theatre of dreams and their home ground for Manchester United. With a capacity of 74,140 seats, it's the largest club football stadium in the United Kingdom. It also has 2 stands named after 2 famous club legends, Sir Alex Ferguson, who is known to be the best manager of the club, and Bobby Charlton, one of the club legendary players in the past decade. Let's quickly go over the project overview. English Premier League, as you all know, is fast approaching, which consists of 20 teams, and each team has its own home and away kits. To avoid confusion, the team has to wear these specific kits, and which helps them differentiate between who is the home kit, home team, and which is the away team. Our main project overview here is to design a new club kit, new home club kit, which incorporates the club's rich history, winning mentality, while going sustainable with the new club. The objective, as we all mentioned before, is to design a new club incorporating sustainable manufacturing techniques while strengthening the club's history and incorporating both into the new kit, followed by revealing this kit to the supporters so that they can purchase it and be happy about it just before the season starts. Of course, to increase the profitability from the last season with the sales of the kits, and finally to aim at customer satisfaction. Now, these are some of the challenges that we predict based on our past experiences. Will this product meet the customer's expectations? What is the impact of the new product or the company's new introduction? How will it affect the company? How will it affect the brand value of the company? Is the product affordable to the consumer? Will each and every customer be able to afford the price of the new kit? Will the consumer accept this product? Will it cross over with the consumer's expectations, or will it live up to his expectations? Will the new kit meet the sales objectives finally set by the company? Judging by the last prior seasons, we do see how we can compete with the prior seasons and expect good results. Let's go over the project stakeholders. We have first and foremost Mr. Ed Woodward, who is the CEO of the club itself, without whose financial support this project would have never been possible. Our major sponsors, who is represented today by Mr. Casper Rorston, who is the CEO of Adidas himself, Mr. Oliver Stein, who is the CEO of Team Viewer, which is the newest sponsor for our club kit, for our club itself, as you all know, who has skyrocketed in the past pandemic season. We are also joined in by the lead kit designer, Mr. Inigo Turner, who has been responsible for some amazing, marvelous creative designs in the past seasons. And finally, Mr. Sam Allardyce, who is the marketing head for the kit. Now let's go over the concept and the analysis that was put behind making this club kit dream a reality. One aspect of it, we have our major club sponsors, Adidas. Last year in January, Adidas took an oath to end plastic waste. With that in mind, they activated a 3-loop strategy to innovate sustainable products and processes, followed by a recycle, circular, and regenerative loop, committing to the market products with recycled materials, focusing on products that were made to be remade, and making them with renewable resources and natural processes. Following up to the 3-loop strategy, they revealed the 100% recycling fabrics, which would eventually aim at reducing the carbon footprint. They also came up with Prime Blue and Prime Green, which are 2 high-performance fabrics containing ocean plastic, 50% as a matter of fact, recycled ocean plastic, and Prime Green containing no virgin plastic or at least 40% recycled product. These products have already been made famous and already been used in their most iconic product in the past decade, the Ultra Boost 20 shoes. Now let's take a slight detour and see how the club history takes a major role in this new kit. In 1928, the club wore an iconic, famous red shirts with white shorts with a glimpse of red collars around red collars, white collars and white sleeves. In 1960s, that circular collar with white lining was replaced by a sharp V-neck, with still showing signs of white sleeves. In 1960s, the club reached their first ever UEFA FA Cup final wearing the simple red white kit, with which is much more simplistic in design but also incorporates the rich heritage and the most famously worn red color of the club. You can still see the white collars and the white sleeves, and this was again made famous by the likes of George Best, Dennis Law, and Bobby Charlton, who are known to be the most famous club legends. Now, this was the main concept behind our new kit design. We took the 1960s era, inspiration from the 1960s era, and combined it with the 20th century manufacturing techniques of sustainability and being eco-friendly. We made up a new design, and after numerous trial and error situations, we finally are ready to reveal the new home kit design for the upcoming 21-22 season. Here it is. As you can see, the design of the kit is much more simpler, mostly resembling to the 1960s design, with white lining on the sleeves and the collars, while incorporating our proudly owned sponsors, the Team Viewer and Adidas. On the back, you can see a small golden tinted red devil, who is of course not red. If you see much closer, you can also see the sustainable breathable material that is used in making this kit a reality. Again, thanks to our sponsors, Adidas. Now the timeline and execution of this project is as follows. We seek the design approval for this project on May 5th, 2021, followed by a sample batch rollout and then the final design layout based on the feedback we get from the sample batch. We plan to assemble a tech pack assembly that will be forwarded to all the major mass manufacturing plants across the globe. July 10th is our predicted date for the final delivery to all the flagship stores in Manchester, New York, Paris, Milan, and China. Followed by July 15th is when the official advertisement and the official home kit reveal is going to take place. July 20th is the official date that is kept by Manchester United kit to be open for sales for the general public. Now we plan to release these kits as following. The authentic jersey as worn by the team players is up for grabs for $139 US, while the replica is available at a much cheaper price of $91. Now both the jerseys have a personalization option with the player name for $31 and league badges costing additional $21. We also include an incentive of free worldwide delivery on all pre-orders. Based on our prior sales, we formulated a small comparison chart. As you can see, in 2019, we started off with 1.8 million sales, while it was down to 1.4 in 2020. But this year, we expect a sales boost of about 2 million in the first quarter, followed by 1.8 million, 1.5 million, and 1.7 million in the final quarter. Overall, we do see a massive growth and us meeting the financial demands set by the company itself. Now, the main background with this expectation of this new $2 million sales of the shirts in the first quarter is because of two world-class signings, as you all know, within the past few weeks, being Jadon Sancho from Borussia Dortmund and Rafael Varane from Real Madrid, who are definitely expected to make a major impact on our sales figures. Finally, I thank you all for attending this project kickoff meeting, and the round is open for questions. Please feel free to reach me out at my email and shoot your questions, and I'll be happy to answer you all. Thank you once again for attending this meeting. Hope you all have a nice day. Bye-bye.